My boyfriend was asking really weird questions about sex. I'm still a virgin and we wanted to talk about sex and it was fun. I asked him questions. What turns you on? What position do you like? Do you think about me while you do it? And he asked me questions too, but his were kind of weird. He asked me if I'm an innie or outie. If I squirt or get creamy. If I moan or shake when I masturbate. If I'd want him to pull my hair or choke me. It just reminded me of porn. With the moaning thing, I told him that I am discreet when I masturbate since I don't want attention. And asked him if he moans and he obviously said no. It was a weird question. It got me thinking and now I feel like he has weird expectations for sex. Like he wants porn sex instead of real sex. And I don't think he'd be great at it. Any advice? Should I ask him if he expects porn type of sex? Is he a virgin too or just you? You may want to consider the possibility that he does not realize that sex other than porn sex even exists. I think it's incredibly important to voice that you're not into porn sex and he's making you uncomfortable now, with a reminder that you've not had sex. His response to this will tell you whether you've got a right to be uncomfortable and abandon the relationship or continue. In my experience, people like this are not the best sex partners. They are expecting a show that turns them on, instead of a bonding experience that satisfies everyone. It really takes the fun out of sex and makes it a task rather than anything else you might want it to be. How old are you guys? That's some full-on questions to ask anyone, never mind a virgin far out. Make sure he's not one of those dudes who are obsessed with virgins and seeks them out on purpose to fulfill his own needs. He seems to be going way overboard with advanced stuff. Your first time can be simple and ultimately relaxing. It doesn't have to be something out of a movie or something. IDK. This guy might not be the one who will have the maturity and patience to make your first time a good one. If his questions have made you uncomfortable, then put the brakes on. And I don't think he'd be great at it. Sis. You right. Also, I can't believe how self-aware you are with this. Your feelings are 100% accurate, valid, and correct. I would think the same thing. Gay 25 meters here. I promise not all heterosexual men are pigs. But the ones that are, certainly are. There are gentlemen out there who understand sexual boundaries and the importance of understanding. Respecting their partner. Definitely red flags on this, and good for you for saying to yourself, hey, this is not okay. Tell him they do actually feel like bags of sand. Porn really can ruin your expectations and experiences with sex. I would recommend opening up the conversation with him around how porn might be affecting his sexual expectations. It's an important conversation to have. TMI warning. My boyfriend and I both talked about it and stopped watching porn to try and improve our sexual relationship, and it's been really beneficial. My advice is talk to him about it. And if you don't feel comfortable talking about that with him, consider that he might not be the right person to have sex with. Best of luck. Asking if you have an innie or an outie is a major red flag. Unless he's really into belly buttons. His entire frame of reference for these questions is, which porn star do you identify with? He thinks porn is accurate. And unfortunately, porn is made for ignorant people like him. Do not lose your virginity to this person. Such an immature way of looking at sex. He may not know that sex can be anything other than what it is in porn. But it is not your responsibility to teach him that. Christ on a bike. Imagine asking a person who has not experienced sex if they want choking. Like Jizo porn has done bad things. I think your boyfriend might also be a virgin. Yes, ask him. Make sure to set the expectation that there won't be any expectations. Your first time isn't going to be a hair pulling. All across the room squirtsplosion, and he would be insane for having that expectation. It was just a talk, but when you're actually ready to try it, make sure to communicate what makes you comfortable and what doesn't. Yeah, it seems he has only seen porn and that I'd what he thinks it is like. You should probably Google porn sex versus real sex and have him read up about things or do it together. Also, only have sex if you are ready. Don't let him pressure you. Don't pressure him. Don't have others pressure you. I wish my first time was something more special with someone more special. Along with all the other women I slept with, I have found my soulmate now. But your virginity is something you can only give to one person. Then it is gone. Don't waste it. Be certain it is love. Make sure you know his sexual history. You are sleeping with everyone he slept with in the past. If he has done it, there are a lot of STDs out there and some last forever. You don't want to be that person infecting people because you are too scared to say you have genital warts or herpes. Or that person that has to have that conversation every relationship. Or the person who avoids relationships because they slept with someone unprotected or protected, but without the knowledge to stay protected through the entire act, and now you have the gift that keeps on giving. It's okay to be unknowledgeable though, and slowly work your way through it together. The first time I got to third base with a girl, I couldn't find it. I thought it would be like on the front, 4 or 5 inches below her belly button or something. Hadn't yet been introduced to porn at that time or anything. I am sure she probably still thinks back to me saying, what the hell was he doing? The problems with innocent youth. Lack of knowledge. Tight jeans. And her parents a room or two away. Anyhow, if he loves you, he can wait, and vice versa. If he is worth it, he should want it to be special. If you are going to do it for the right reasons. Remember, babies are expensive. Have fun. I don't think he'd be great at it, sex, either. I wouldn't bother. To be honest, a lot of my past partners were into that and asked me to do those things. Choking. But I wouldn't expect it to come from someone with little to no experience unless there was underlying trauma there. I do think he perhaps watches way too much porn, which is the norm these days. I myself never was really into rough sex until I was 28, and that was because of an ex-lol. She wanted it rough and impactful. Edit. Didn't see the innie or outie thing. I don't think he's experienced at all. In all my years I'd never ask that.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.